What if I told you that the very first 5 minutes after you open your eyes could determine whether you live another 5, 10, or even 30 years longer? Sounds unbelievable, right? Yet here's the chilling truth. Nearly every older adult is unknowingly allowing those first moments of their morning to silently chip away at their lifespan. By the time you finish watching this video, countless seniors around the world will already have gone through dizziness, dangerous blood pressure dips, or even memory slips, all because they overlooked one critical step in their morning routine, particularly within the first 300 seconds. And here's the shocking part. Scientists have now discovered a single morning habit that protects brain cells, slows the aging process, and slashes disease risk. The problem? Almost nobody is doing it properly. Think about it. Those stiff joints, that heavy brain fog, the way your legs feel like blocks of stone the moment you try to stand. None of that is simply getting older. It's your body begging for the right signal. And if you keep missing it, the damage accumulates day after day. In fact, a 2023 study published in The Lancet Healthy Longevity revealed that seniors who followed a specific morning sequence reduced their risk of death by a stunning 29%. In today's video, I'll walk you through a precise, step-by-step routine designed to rejuvenate your brain, restore balance, lower your risk of disease, and potentially add decades of healthy, active life. Pay close attention to step number 3. It's the one almost everyone gets wrong, and fixing it could actually rewind years of brain aging. But before we dive in, let me ask you this. What's the very first sensation you notice in your body when you wake up? And if you could change one thing about your mornings, what would it be? Drop your answers below. Our team is reading and responding to every comment with personalized tips for your exact situation. So, without wasting another second, let's begin at step number 8. Don't underestimate it. This one may seem trivial, but it's the trigger that jumpstarts your entire internal reset button. Step 8. Wake up without sitting up. This is hands down one of the most underrated, yet possibly most life-saving moves you can make in the morning. Don't bolt upright the second your eyes open. In that fragile transition between sleep and wakefulness, your blood pressure is at its lowest, your heart is still recalibrating, and your brain has yet to fully re-establish balance. Sitting up too quickly forces circulation to drop sharply, which is exactly what causes those dizzy spells, sudden blackouts, or the occasional stumble into the furniture. A 2021 study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors who simply remained lying down for 30 to 60 seconds after waking reduced episodes of morning lightheadedness and blood pressure crashes by 41%. Here's what to do instead. As soon as you wake, stay on your back. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes, blink a few times, then slowly stretch your arms overhead. This isn't about shaking off sleep. It's about signaling to your nervous system, we're transitioning now. Take a few deep breaths. Count slowly to 30. Then roll gently onto your side before pushing yourself up to sit. The truth is, launching into your day too fast is like sprinting without warming up. You're forcing unnecessary strain on your heart, blood vessels, and even your brainstem, the control center for balance. Once this becomes your habit, you'll notice something remarkable. No more groggy fog, no more clutching walls as you stand, just a clear, steady mind before you've even left the bed. Now let's move on to step 7, one that almost everybody ignores, and it begins in your mouth. Step 7. Reset your mouth chemistry before swallowing anything. You might assume the first thing you should consume in the morning is food, water, or medication. That's actually wrong. The very first action your mouth needs is a complete chemical reset. During sleep, your mouth becomes a breeding ground for bacteria, acid, and inflammation. Swallowing anything before correcting this is like flushing toxic waste directly into your gut and bloodstream. A 2022 study in oral diseases revealed that neglecting morning oral hygiene increased systemic inflammation markers by 24%, including those directly linked to heart disease and Alzheimer's. Overnight, your oral microbiome shifts dramatically. Some bacteria are beneficial, but many cluster into a sticky film called biofilm. Swallowing that film disrupts your gut flora and weakens immune balance. Here's what you should do. After sitting up, head straight to the bathroom. Before you eat, drink, or even brush your teeth, perform a 30-second oil pull with coconut or sesame oil. Swish gently, not forcefully. Spit into a tissue, not the sink. Then use a tongue scraper. You'll be surprised by what comes off. Only then rinse with warm water and brush your teeth. This single adjustment shields you from inflammation, reduces bad breath, and even improves nutrient absorption at breakfast. Within days, you'll notice less bloating, a cleaner tongue, and even a lighter, clearer head. Step 6. Flips the usual routine upside down, and you'll feel the difference all the way down in your bones. Step 6. Delay caffeine and activate your joints first. Most people shuffle straight toward the coffee maker after waking. For seniors, that's exactly the wrong move in the first 20 minutes. Why? Because caffeine spikes adrenaline and constricts blood vessels precisely when your circulation is still sluggish. The burst of energy you feel is an illusion, one that stresses your adrenal system, which is already working hard to stabilize blood pressure, electrolytes, and brain signaling. A 2020 study in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine showed that drinking coffee within 15 minutes of waking disrupted natural cortisol rhythms in 68% of participants over 60, causing midday energy crashes. What your body truly needs in those first minutes is movement, not cardio, not heavy exercise, but simple joint activation. Here's the routine. Sit at the edge of your bed and roll each ankle 10 times clockwise, then 10 times counterclockwise. Stand up with feet shoulder-width apart, knees slightly bent, and perform 10 gentle knee circles in each direction. For your hips, lift one knee as if marching, rotate outward in a circle, repeat 5 to 8 times per side. For your shoulders, shrug them up toward your ears, hold for 2 seconds, then roll back and down, 10 times. Finally, for your neck, tilt your head side to side, forward and back, 5 times each. These light movements stimulate synovial fluid, the natural lubrication for your joints. Spend just 3 to 5 minutes, and you'll feel circulation spreading to your fingers and toes, posture straightening, and stiffness easing. By the time you do enjoy your coffee, ideally 30 to 45 minutes later, it will amplify your energy instead of sabotaging it. Now let's head to step 5, which may surprise you. It doesn't involve food or pills at all, but instead begins with your feet. And before we continue, if this is sparking some aha moments for you, hit that like button so more seniors can discover these life-changing steps. And don't forget to subscribe, because the biggest secrets are still ahead. Step 5. Ground your bare feet and reset your inner compass. If you wake up feeling slightly off balance, like the room is spinning, or your thoughts are sluggish, the problem may not be your sleep at all. It may be your internal navigation system. That system, which helps you move through the world safely, is guided by vestibular feedback, and it starts with your feet. A 2022 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience showed that seniors who practiced just 5 minutes of barefoot grounding on a firm surface every morning improved balance and spatial memory by 21% after only 3 weeks. Your feet are loaded with thousands of nerve endings, tiny antennas transmitting information about gravity, posture, and alignment. Shoes block those signals, slippers dull them, socks insulate them. So here's what to do. After your joint activations, stand barefoot on a flat, firm surface. Outdoors on natural ground is ideal, but even hardwood flooring works. Feel the surface. Shift your weight side to side, then heel to toe. Breathe slowly. This simple ritual reboots your vestibular system and lowers your fall risk before you've even started your day. Bonus: you'll feel sharper, more grounded, and quicker to react. Step 4 is where everything begins to shift, because this is the moment you finally feed your brain what it's been starving for all night. Step 4. Nourish your brain before your stomach. This is the turning point of the entire routine. What you do now dictates how fast, or how slowly, your brain will age in the next 24 hours. Before you eat, before you take any pills, before you check your phone, your brain demands one thing: pure hydration, paired with neurofuel. Here's why. While you sleep, you lose up to 1 liter of water through breathing and sweat. Your brain actually shrinks slightly overnight and remains less electrically active until it's fully rehydrated. A 2021 study in Nutrients found that older adults who drank 16 to 20 ounces of room temperature water immediately upon waking scored 23% higher on memory and attention tests within just 20 minutes. But hydration is only half the story. What your brain craves next is electrolytes plus natural glucose, the clean fuel neurons thrive on. Here's how. Mix 1/4 teaspoon of pink or sea salt into warm water with a squeeze of lemon. Sip it slowly. Then take a few bites of fruit such as banana or blueberries, just enough to break your fast with quality fuel. This simple practice primes your nervous system, stabilizes cortisol, and helps your medications absorb more predictably. You'll notice steadier hands, clearer vision, and sharper thoughts, as though fog has been lifted. Now let's get to step 3, the one I warned you about earlier, the step most people completely mishandle. Step 3. Stimulate your brain before relaxing it. Most morning routines are built around calming yourself, deep breathing, silence, stretching. But for seniors, the real risk isn't too much stress, it's too little stimulation. That's right. If your brain doesn't receive enough activation in the first 30 minutes, your cognitive speed drags for the rest of the day. This is especially critical after age 60, when the reticular activating system, the brain's alertness regulator, becomes less responsive. A 2023 study in Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews showed that seniors who engaged in early brain stimulation within 20-30 minutes of waking improved processing speed, memory recall, and reaction time by up to 32%. But here's the mistake most people make. They try to stimulate their brain with screens, which hijack dopamine and leave the mind flat an hour later. Or they rely on passive stimulation like background music or casual chatter, which does almost nothing. Instead, here's what works. After hydrating and moving, spend 3 to 5 minutes on active challenge. That could be a crossword, a short brain puzzle app, or reading a brief article aloud. Yes, aloud. Silent reading activates far fewer brain regions than speaking words out loud. Even reciting your to-do list from memory, or recalling the names of 5 old friends, sparks your hippocampus, the memory center most vulnerable to aging. Do this daily, and something fascinating happens. You'll feel younger, sharper, remembering names and details with ease, as if the world itself has become clearer. Now step 2. Ties it all together by locking in your energy, mood, and hormones with one powerful combination. Step 2. Synchronize your breath with light. This one may feel a little unusual, but it's the fastest way to calibrate your energy and balance for the day ahead. Your entire body is governed by a circadian rhythm, a 24-hour clock that regulates sleep, hunger, focus, and even immune function. Each morning, that clock resets through light. Combine that with conscious breathing, and the results amplify dramatically. In 2022, Chronobiology International reported that seniors practicing morning light exposure with guided breathwork improved mood, motivation, and focus by 31% in just 2 weeks. Here's how it works. Inside your eyes are melanopsin cells, specialized receptors that respond to natural blue light. When they detect daylight, they signal your hypothalamus to reset your internal timing. The common mistake? People open their blinds and walk away, or practice breathwork indoors without sunlight. To get the real effect, you need both together. So stand near a window or step outside. Look toward the sky, not directly at the sun. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and exhale through your mouth for 6. Repeat 6 to 10 times. This strengthens your vagus nerve, resets your cortisol cycle, and triggers serotonin, your natural feel-good hormone. You'll notice it instantly. Your chest feels open, your heart lighter, and the knots in your stomach begin to dissolve. Finally, we arrive at step 1, the anchor that ties every other step together. And it requires nothing more than a single sentence. Step 1. Speak one purposeful sentence aloud. Most people don't realize this, but your very first thought in the morning may be the most powerful one you'll have all day. Why? Because your brain is still transitioning from theta waves, the same brain state tied to memory consolidation, emotional sensitivity, and subconscious imprinting. Whatever you think or say during this fragile moment tends to stick and guide your decisions for hours. A 2020 study in psychology and aging showed that seniors who practiced morning verbal intention setting improved executive function and reduced anxiety over just 6 weeks. But this isn't about vague affirmations. It's about speaking one clear, purposeful sentence aloud. Something that reminds your brain exactly why it's worth showing up today. It may sound simple, but neurologically, this sparks your prefrontal cortex, the seat of planning, focus, and decision-making. And when done right after syncing breath and light, it also boosts emotional resilience, the single strongest predictor of recovery from illness, injury, or even grief. Say it every morning, out loud, even if at first you don't quite believe it. Because over time, your brain will. If you've ever felt like your body is aging faster than your mind, or that each morning you wake into a slower, duller version of life you used to know, this routine is your chance to change the trajectory. The truth is, most seniors don't need more pills, more supplements, or even more rest. What they need are the right signals, delivered in the right order, at the right time. And that time is the morning. You've now discovered how the first 5 minutes can reset your brain, restore balance, reduce inflammation, reawaken memory, and even stabilize blood pressure. Not through gimmicks or impossible regimens, but through 8 simple, science-backed steps your body already understands and has quietly been asking for. So tomorrow morning, start. Even if it's just one step. Even if your body resists at first. Even if your habits have been set in stone for 40 years. Because this isn't just about changing how you feel in the moment. It could change how long you live, how clearly you think, and how confidently you move. So let me ask you, tomorrow morning, which step will you try first? And which part of your mornings has been the hardest struggle for you in the past? Leave your answers below. We read and respond to every single comment with personal advice to help make this stick. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to hit like so more people can benefit, and subscribe to our channel with notifications on, because the next videos will reveal even bigger secrets to living longer, stronger, and sharper. Thanks for watching.